Hi everyone, I'm Neil and welcome to my channel. This is my first video. I'm getting started here. Basically, I'm just making this video. I want to tell you guys a little bit about myself, what we're going to be doing on this channel. If you hadn't figured it out, this channel is primarily going to be devoted to Lego. I'm what you would call an AFOL, adult fan of Lego. And I love to build, design things. I like sets. I like to make my own creations, what we call mocks. And I'll be talking about those, talking about techniques, showing off what I've built, and talking about what I'd like to do in the future. I'll probably be doing some of that with my beautiful wife, Noi, as well. She'll be joining in the future at some point in time. She's not around right now. And our future baby, I'd like to get involved. I'd like to get her into the brick, as soon as possible. I've already gotten her first Duplo set, and I'm probably going to do a review of that in the future. I haven't touched Duplo since I was a baby, so that'll be interesting. Good. So, on that note, like I said, my name's Neil, and I'd like to tell my story a little bit, let you guys know where I'm coming from. If this bores you, go ahead, watch my other videos, check out, some mocks, things like that. I'll be uploading this along with my first video of a mock. So if this isn't interesting to you, go ahead and take a look at that if you want to see it. So I've been playing with Lego as long as I can remember. The first Lego set I really remember building, I was 3 years old. I probably didn't build most of it. My dad, I think, built it. I was very sick. I was in the hospital for a while. It's a long story. It doesn't matter. And I got the Caribbean Clipper. My dad brought me, and my parents bought me the Caribbean Clipper. And I was lying in the hospital bed. I couldn't really move very much. And I just remember how much I loved it. And putting it together with my dad. He put together most of it while I played with the minifigures is what I think really happened. But since then, Lego became my thing. I eventually got out of the hospital, and I was in preschool, of course, and later that year I met my best friend by playing Lego together in preschool. So we're still best friends to this day. I'm 31 years old, so that's been quite a while. So, so that's what happened. And after that, I was getting sets, and I was really into pirates. I loved Lego Pirates, and that's my favorite theme to now. But I also loved space. In general, I'm a space nerd. If you guys can see, I am wearing a NASA shirt right now. I studied physics in university. I actually didn't finish. That's a different story. You guys will hear all my great stories, but I love space. So I grew up, in the 90s with the great pirates and the great space sets. Back when Lego made their own space sets, they didn't have Star Wars, and they weren't licensing things, and I loved it. So, I grew up, and my collection grew. I probably have, from my childhood, 30 to 40,000 bricks. Now, I currently live in Israel. I grew up in the United States, so all of my bricks are there for the most part. I have a very small amount here that I recently brought. But anyway, when I got into high school, like a lot of people, I went into what was called my dark ages. So what happened? I stopped really playing with Lego. I still had it, and every now and then I'd pull it out and play, particularly with my best friend, who I hope I can get on some videos in here as well. But in general, I was more interested in girls and playing my guitar, writing music, that sort of thing. It happens, you get into that age. After high school, I had to work, and I moved here to Israel and went into the army. Well, when you're in the army, you can't play Lego, so I didn't touch Lego for a really long time. And earlier this year, this past August, I married my beautiful wife, and around that same time, the Saturn V came out, and because of my physics thing and my love of space, I said, wow, that's a beautiful thing, and I love Lego. I haven't touched it in years, but I have to get that set. And We were in a Lego store in New York and I really wanted it. They were sold out. But my heart set on Lego, so we ended up getting the UCS, the Ultimate Collector Series TIE Fighter, and we built it together in an afternoon. And it was amazing. We had such a great time, and I was hooked again. So at that point, you know, I started getting a little bit more Lego, but not anything serious, you know, still seriously working and everything. And my wife got pregnant. And when she got pregnant, I thought, oh, I'm going to be able to play Lego with my kids. It's going to be amazing. I started kind of getting more into it. I've been looking at mocks online, things like that, and saying, I want to build something really massive, the kind of thing I wish I had done as a kid. Now we have better colors. I can make things look natural. It's a lot different than it used to be back then. Although I do miss some of it. We'll talk about those things as well. But basically I was hooked, and I ordered the Saturn V. That is currently in the United States with the rest of my collection in its box. We'll do a build of that in the future. So I am actually going to be moving back there with my wife and our baby in August. So at that point, I'm going to have my whole collection at my disposal. I have about 4,000 different bricks and definitely some good ones and interesting types, but I can only make small projects and things like that while I'm here. But we'll go through what I have here, and then you guys will see what I have there when I get there. And of course, I'm going to be adding bricks all the time, and we'll be taking a look at those. So that's kind of my thing. Pirates are my theme, like I said, but I also really love space. So right now I'm definitely building pirates. I actually want to build ultimately a giant mock, something like, you know, several feet square, of like a big island with a fort in the colonial town and some islanders and things like that. And so what I'm building now are small mini mocks of what might be parts of that in the future, with the small amount of bricks I have. You know, this is only my third one, the one that I'm going to be showing in my first mock video here. It's only my third mock since coming out of being in my dark ages, so I'm learning new techniques, checking out the new colors, testing things, combining new with old. So they're definitely not perfect, and hopefully we'll see some improvement. And we'll also talk about what I want to be doing for that big mock, and we'll be involving my family. Like I said, my wife will hopefully be building with me, and later my daughter. And we'll be doing other big mocks once that one's completed, or maybe during, you know, all kinds of fun stuff, and we'll talk about it. I'm hoping that we should be having a good time on this channel. In addition to that, like I said, I love space and I love science. And so one of the things that I love besides Lego is Kerbal Space Program. If any of you know it, it's a great computer game that simulates orbital mechanics in a fairly realistic manner, and actually allows you to build in a Lego-like manner, snapping together parts, build a rocket, and actually fly different missions to different planets or moons or whatever you want. But it has to work like according to the laws of physics, the real laws of physics. So I'll probably do some videos playing that as well. And you know, so that's me. Welcome to my channel, and I can't wait to be interacting with you guys in the future. Bye, guys.